So if you're like me and since Phase 2 launched, you've spent far too much time sat at the auction house getting gems, getting enchants for main spec, your off spec, or even your alts, then by the time you start gemming and enchanting all this and maybe even buying the crafted boot and belts for all these characters, you start to realise that your gold is dwindling away, and mine has just gone down and down and down to the point where I've actually needed to start farming again. Now in the comments I know you're probably already typing out, just do GDKP runs, or swipe your credit card like everybody else is. Well no, I'm not going to do either of those, and the GDKP thing, whilst yes, it's an absolutely amazing way to make gold, I'm on one of the fresh servers and there ain't that many GDKP runs to even join. So it's no secret at all, because I've spoke about it many times on the channel, that I use Rested XP's Gold Assistant. I have a quick look, I see what gold farm on my server is particularly good. You can pretty much ignore these Eternal Earth farms at the moment because they've spiked in price where someone's just destroyed the auction house. But I am trying to take advantage of it myself because I wouldn't have even noticed this if I wasn't using this website. Even if I can sell a few of the crystallized earth, then I'll be happy, because crystallized earth on our server at the moment is actually more expensive than the Eternal, which makes no sense at all. But if someone's trying to make overcharged capacitors, they might just go to the auction house and buy crystallized earth instead of Eternal Earth, so I'll profit from their pain. Now, I'm not particularly a fan of fishing at the moment, just because I don't want to bore myself to sleep, so instead I thought I'd try one of the dungeon farms. And if you're not sure why dark runes are still valuable, it's for one boss, so it's for Vezax. Obviously, as you know, on Vezax, there's no way of getting mana back without killing the Saronite Vapors, and if you want to do hard mode, you can't kill the Saronite Vapors. So dark runes still work, so you can farm them and sell them for a pretty good price. Now, I know that it's an old farm and it's one we've spoke about once before on this channel, but even now, to this day, in Wrath of the Lich King Classic, it's still a worthwhile farm. Inside Scholomance, they drop from the Necromancers, Dark Summoners, and all of the bosses and mini-bosses, so these are the things that you want to get to quickly, and you'll probably be able to do a run in about 10 minutes. Now, doing these in 10 minutes obviously does mean you're going to hit the lockout, but just chill outside and have a cup of tea while you wait for it to reset. Go back in and carry on farming. It's a very luck-based run going into Scholomance and doing this because, quite honestly, you could go in and you could get 2 runes, which in 10 minutes means it's going to be around 40 gold. Because looking on Nexus Hub, which is where all the information for Rested XP, the Gold Assistant, actually comes from, you can see the average EU market value is around 18 gold, and the US market value is around 16 gold. So if you only go in and get 2, you're looking at, let's say, somewhere between 30 and 40 gold. But as well as that, you're going to get tons of rune cloth, which you're going to be able to sell for somewhere between, let's say, 5 to 10 gold a stack. You're going to get tons of these blues that you just loot, which all sell for a few gold each. Some of the weapons sell for even 6, 7, 8 gold. So just the raw amount of trash you're going to get is pretty good. And the actual amount of dark runes that you can get really does vary. In this particular run, I actually got 6 dark runes, which, don't get me wrong, you're not going to get 6 every run. This was a particularly lucky one, but still, at nearly 20 gold each, you're looking at 120 gold in 10 minutes just for the runes. All that rune cloth, all the trash, selling everything, you're looking at maybe 140, 150 gold every 10-minute run if you was lucky enough to get this many a run. But honestly, you're going to have good runs like this where you could get 6, maybe even 7, and then you'll have bad runs where you only get 2. But still, if you averaged out to around, let's say, 3 or 4 a run, that's still not bad for how quick it is and everything else that you're going to get. The one thing I would say is make sure you can either sell stuff outside where you've got the quest line done where you get the trinket, so you can actually see the NPCs, or have a repair mount that you can repair on outside and sell all the trash. Mailbox preferably, that you can send everything to a bank vault so you can just keep going. Because like you can see, after one run, my bags were pretty scuffed, but that's because I've got all my off-spec gear, all my consumables, and absolutely everything with me, which is a bit of a noob move. Now, all of these absolutely do sell. I've still got 1 left on there out of the 6 that I got, but quite honestly, the only reason I've still got it is just because of being undercut. But even by people undercutting, they've still only gone down to just over 19 gold. Now, don't get me wrong, there's loads of ways you can make gold like this, doing various different things, even if it's just buying rune orbs and stuff like that off of the auction house and then crafting the new 232 gear just to flip it for a profit, but that is actually included in the Gold Assistant as well, which I've been doing myself. It is a paid service, obviously, and the link is in the description. If you choose to do it, you know I get a kickback from it, but I use it myself, so it's obviously worthwhile if you're lazy like me. But if you don't want to buy it, obviously, you just wait until I put videos out covering all the farms that are on there anyway, but obviously they will go out of date. The main reason to use it is because it's up to date, so waiting for me to put a video out probably going to net you less gold. But I'm not going to sit here and talk to you about the best route for Scholomance, because honestly, at level 80, just go through, cleave around, kill all the bosses, kill all the necromancers, kill all the dark summoners, and hopefully get tons of dark runes. But it is a genuinely good farm, and it's one that I've been doing a lot, But I thought I'd make as much from Dark Runes as I can before I'd physically post this video. Sneaky, sneaky. Be sure to like and subscribe. See you on the next one.